Grab another beer because you're gonna need it.
Yeah, I know.
Depressing.
That's why I've been taking my time with this one.
The human doll. So, I don't know. Were you a Toy Story fan growing up?
Yeah, I like Toy Story.
Did you have the Toy Story pull Woody doll? Like it had the
pull
string in the back?
Yeah.
That's Boylen.
That's Boylen.
Boylen has 4 different things that when you pull the string, he says. And for like a kid, it's great. You'll pull that string. You have a daughter. She'll do the same shit over and over and over and over again, right?
Competitive spirit.
And it's like they never seen it before.
Right.
So when you're a kid, you keep pulling that, and you're like, oh, a snake in my boot. And then you're like, that's the greatest thing ever. Like, or it'll just start singing the Randy Newman songs. Like, this
you
is
got
just,
a friend in me.
So that's Boylen. But Boylen has 4 different sayings he always goes to. Grit, defense, work hard. And I forget the last one. Oh, we need to be disciplined. We need to be real disciplined.
It's really cool because he's coaching kindergartners.
Yeah, it's funny. So you pull the string, and he says all these things, and he's a great interview in the beginning, right? Like you're like, oh man, like we were talking about in this podcast, some discipline, some structure to what we're doing here.
Yeah.
But after you pull the string the 4 times, and then you pull it the 5th time, and it's the same shit. You're like, this toy sucks. Like, I need something new. Like, give me something that's actually has some structure to it. Something where, like, I don't feel like I'm getting played over by a used car salesman.
He comes in, he says that what he does different from Fred is that he's going to preach defense more. Turns out Jim Boylen has the worst, or 29th, I think they are in defense right now, or they might be 30th. I will pull up that number because I just wrote an article about it.
They're terrible on it. Anyway.
Yeah, no, they're garbage. They're absolutely garbage. But the fun thing is that both Jim Boylen now and Fred Hoiberg this season have coached through 24 games. Jim Boylen is 1 game better with 1 more win, but with a predominantly healthy roster. He did play more 500 better teams, though. But, yeah, his defensive rating... Boylen's 25th, I'm sorry, and Hoiberg was 23rd, so Hoiberg was 2 better.
Yeah, but there's like 5 teams out there that just want to play no defense, like at all.
Understood.
No,
every number here is worse, as you could see.
Right.
Every number is worse. So Hoiberg's numbers were better with Campaign at the helm, a lot of it, or Ryan Arcidiacono, than Boylen's with mostly Chris Dunn and Zach Levine and Lowry. He had the core 4 for a little bit until Wendell went down. The Bulls have won 1 game in 2019. It was against the Cleveland Cavaliers, who they beat 3 times, and they are playing on Sunday to go for the sweep of the season. This team is garbage. It's been horrible.
But to go back to my analogy with the whole Woody pull string thing, if Boylen's Woody, Hoiberg's Buzz, he's the same mold.
Oh,
it's the same
they're
8
both
things
terrible.
that
I'm not saying bring Hoiberg back.
No. And you can't.
In the article, this is what I write.
I'm just saying, in a sense of it's coaching whooped cream on a turd.
So,
you know what I mean?
This is the title of the article. With 24 games coached between the two, who's been better, Fred Hoiberg or Jim Boylen? And I have to pick a winner. Winner, no one, because the suck is real and the tank is on.
Yeah,
that's the winner. So our buddy Bull Scripted, shout out to him. Make sure you're following him on Twitter. He's been not defending the front office, but he's glad they picked a lane, which is what I've said from the beginning since we picked the rebuild. I'm glad we picked a lane. But he's happy with losing games. I'm not mad that we're losing games for the tank, but as you lose games, you want to see players learn from past mistakes and you want to see players develop. I haven't seen that. Boylen, they're not going to fire Jim Boylen next year because they're not going to pay 2 head coaches to go away and Fred Hoiberg and Boylen to go hire another head coach. That's not happening. I hate to break it to you, Chicago fans. That is not happening. No way they pay $5 million to Fred Hoiberg next year just to be away and then gave Boylen this raise to put him on. They did not extend him. They gave him a raise to put him on par with other head coaches in the NBA just to fire him and have to pay that for him not doing a job for them. Not happening. That's not happening next year. So Boylen will be there again. This is why I am concerned. These players are not learning anything under this guy. They are not developing under this guy. They're fucking running out there looking lost. Lauri Markkanen last night when he came out on the court looked like he didn't give a shit.
Because they don't.
And that was concerning. Zach LaVine's trying to go 4-on-1 like he's fucking Kobe Bryant. Chris Dunn is in La La Land. He got lost again. And this is what is concerning. So Zion Williamson comes in. That's great. He's one piece. And that's hypothetically if we get the first pick in the draft.
Yeah, Cleveland's
so
pretty
these
bad.
players that you have that are 24, 25, 23 right now are going to suffer 2 years while you wait for this kid to get up to par, and then they might be gone at the end of that because they were so tarnished they weren't able to do shit. This is what I'm talking about. This is very concerning. Yes, you want the best talent in the draft that's available, but you want to see the young talent you have now at least improve somewhere. Somewhere. And we're not seeing that.
And I love my guy Keith, and I give him, a bunch of dap for what he does, but I just don't see how you can spin that how you're optimistic because they picked a lane. Yeah, picking a lane is great, but if you pick the lane, you have the wrong people, it doesn't matter. You still lose. You could have the first round pick for the next 8 years. If you don't have a good coach and a good culture, it doesn't frickin' matter. Am I wrong? I mean,
no, you're not wrong at all. It's just that's my point. That's my point here. Now, if we had a coach with a lack of talent and you saw players that really didn't have a lot of talent, like flourishing under him, that's like where you say that's a good coach. Because they're improving somewhere.
right, they're learning.
Right.
Becoming
but
better.
you have Boylen with guys that we know have talent. I mean, dude, we have 3 players in our starting lineup, and I'm just saying 3 right now because Wendell's hurt. We have 3 players in our starting lineup that were drafted before the 10th pick in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Within the last 3 years.
And that's the thing that really pisses me off.
5 years.
Because there's no reason that you should be trying to lose.
No.
You have enough talent. If you've been in the top 10 for that long, you should have enough talent.
The injuries hurt in the beginning of the season, but we haven't seen any development, and that's my thing. Don't worry about it because, we're going to get through this year. We're going to land Zion or Reddish or Barrett or Nazir Little or John Morant, and we're all going to be happy, and you're going to come in there and make an immediate impact. Not if you have a fucking idiot. You're only as strong as your weakest link.
Right.
People don't realize that. You're only as strong as your weakest link. And Jim Boylen is our weakest link because he has no clue what to tell these players, and these players are too young and don't have enough NBA experience to make calls for themselves and just have the coach be a face on the sideline. This Bulls team's trash. It's bad. They're in a bad direction where...
Yeah, and it starts in the front.
And,
starts with Paxton Gar.
And my favorite thing is Casey Johnson had an article come back about how the Bulls should bring D Rose back. If I'm D Rose, I ain't touching the Bulls with a fucking 10-foot pole.
Why would I want to play in that dumpster fire right now?
Right. Like you're on a career renaissance. You're going to be an all-star.
Yeah, Chicago's great, but
it's the best city in the world.
It doesn't make you want to.
I wouldn't come. Not with that front office right now. They picked a lane, but they're going about the lane that they picked all wrong. I'm happy with the Wendell Carter Jr. pick. I am happy with the Lowry Markkanen pick. But they don't know how to capitalize off these picks, and that is something.
One of these days we need to go through the longest tenured front offices.
Yeah.
And see and obviously the Pats are probably way up there. I mean, obviously you're not trading that winner.
You're spanning
I'm
across
all sports.
Okay.
Because honestly, man, like, how much time do we give Pax? How much time? When is enough enough?
03 he's been around since.
Right. When's enough enough?
Yeah,
Like, what does he have to do to get fired? To me, it's on Jerry. And Jerry sets the goals and the expectations for the franchise. What are the expectations? Are the expectations to help the Rockets so you put another, couple grand in your pocket? Because that's exactly what happened with the Melo trade.
Oh, that was Machado money.
Well, if that's, and you know what, as a Bulls Cub fan screw that if that's the case, and they won't get another cent out of me. If that ends up being a report that they made that trade, screw that. I'd be livid. And don't poke at me right now because I already hate watching this, and I'm stuck watching it so I don't sound like an idiot when I get on this mic. So every time I watch it with a bottle of bourbon and a bunch of popcorn, and I laugh. And you know what? I don't like laughing at my teams anymore because I laughed at the Bears for how long?
I don't drink
And then
booze.
when they came back and they finally had a good season, it was like, this is great. We should have been doing this all the time. Now, I look at the Bulls, and when's the next time I'm going to get that? Even if they get Zion, if they don't have the guy at the helm, and these idiots are still getting, the money or the time and the and the runs, and they can never get fired, then where is Where does it stop? What do I got to do? As a fan, we were little when the Bulls won a championship.
Yeah.
So we talk about this, how we saw the Bulls win. But did we really see the Bulls win?
Yes,
did we really get to enjoy it?
No.
No.
Not as much as we
We
do
were
now.
freaking
would now.
7 years old.
I
We were
still-
more worried about Yu-Gi-Oh cards than Razor scooters,
I didn't
man.
play fucking Yu-Gi-Oh.
Whatever. Whatever
I
it
played
fucking means.
I played Pokemon. You
It just probably
We're gonna be
pissed your
talking
wife
about
off,
a
didn't
dork
I?
later, so don't worry.
Probably
about
pissed your wife off, didn't I? Because I'm screaming.
I don't care.
I know.
That's not a text. That was a message.
Oh, that was a message.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
No, it pisses me off. Like, I get stuck watching
It's
this.
not
and
Machado money. I'm just joking, man.
I know, but you know what?
They're gonna use it.
No, this front office has done shit like that. Like it's just extra money in their pocket for these assholes to pay out their bonus at the end of the year, which they don't even frickin' deserve because they're putting a team that wins 11 frickin' games out there, and the United Center's still frickin' sold out. Like, come on.
That's loyal fans, man. That's
Yeah,
what
it's
happens.
bullshit. Everybody made fun of the Cubs for so long for being a bunch of lovable losers. Look at what's going on there. It's the same shit.
But your lovable losers can't even afford to go to the games anymore.
Yeah, it's because we win now.
That's what I mean.
I'm just saying.
They don't get to go. They have to go. Now they're gonna have to pay for a Cubs network to watch the fucking games
Yeah,
because
which
all
is
the
freaking off.
well, for you people that can afford it.
Right,
For
you're
people
damn
that
right. I
can't
worked my
afford it,
ass off so I can
right,
watch my
that-
Cubs.
That for people that can't, that sucks. Like
If anybody wants to email me and they can't afford it, email me. I'll pay your $6.99 that it's gonna end up being on your cable bill.
don't email the Outcast account because you're gonna flood it.
I really don't give a shit.
But
I got enough money stacked up that if they really complain about $6.99, then I'll pay everybody's
that's
membership.
a good transition. That's a good transition here. Bulls are dumpster fire. We've been talking about it for weeks.
Go to Sports Mockery for Chicago sports, news, and commentary from those who know it best, the fans.